Hey y'all. How's it hanging? Right. So, sorry for being away for this long. Got news from my doc. Doctor said, Tim, you should probably get some more sports culture and nature in your life because you have an iron and B12 deficiency, and means you've got too much stress so that your body doesn't pick up the B12. I was like, okay, guess I'll take a break then. That was after I did an entire week of live coding at work. As I told my doc, he's like, are you serious? And he's like, sorry, I was serious indeed. Yeah, anyway. But I'm back from the dead. Unprepared, apparently, because I'm not yet in presentation mode. So bear with me while I pick up the slack. So I think first a good place to visit is our board, I guess. I did some trying out with the GitHub Actions, I think a couple of weeks ago. but it still hasn't come to the organizations yet. So I think I'm just gonna not deal with that yet. So until GitHub Actions is coming to organizations and I'll be able to use it in this project under the Software Sandbox organization, I won't be using it. So I'm gonna keep on using Travis CI, and I think the thing I did last was the deployment to Kubernetes on Chris's Kubernetes cluster. So I've got two F8 challenges running right now. Actually, one is a demo something, this one, which has almost 0 startup, and then there is the one at Heroku app. So it's F8 challenge .herokuapp.com, I think. See, it's been a while. Right. By the way, if you haven't already, use Ecosia and help rebuild the forest on our planet. Guess it's the small thing you can do, right? Yeah, there we go. So obviously they are working on two different databases, since here we made the Xmas challenge and here we have Snowcase, Snow Competition, and Kubernetes compo. So I'm not really sure yet what the status is, or I forget. I think I still have an auto deploy that Travis does. Yeah, okay, so on successful deploy, successful build, Travis will deploy to Heroku. So what I could do is also deploy to the Kubernetes cluster. And I've got a task right here to do that. Then there's also some more OPSI stuff to do, like adding Sentry support and sending logs to Papertrail. But I think today I'm not gonna deal with any of this. I want to do some actual coding. So I might just go with this thing, for example. Also, I've been thinking about the secondary goal of this entire project, which is to give me some more confidence into moving from a monolith to a hexagonal. And I think I'm about ready to actually do that. But since I want to do some coding today, let's just start off with this part, and then maybe in the next stream, I'll see. I can't promise anything because I'm I'm very bad at organizing my life. So what I need to do is prepare stuff so that if and when I stream, that I've got a plan that y'all can follow along with, so that I can, like gradually move from a monolith to hexagonal architecture. But so today, let's do this maybe. So what did I write down in the past? What does past Tim had to say? Show a competitor's completed challenges. As a competitor, I'd like to know on which challenges I can still beat my opponent or how far ahead they are. Have they completed a whole bunch of low point challenges? Do they still have one big one to go, or did they complete one big challenge? How many points can my opponent still get? That's a question that we can't answer yet according to the current UI. Well, why is that? So let's get rid of this one. Why is that? Right, so we are completing challenges in this case, and I only can see that I've got 6 points and Chris has got 0. But so if I were Chris, I'd need to find out which one of these that I should give priority to, so to beat Tim. And in this case, it would help me to know if Tim did this one and then still has like 6 points to go, or yeah, actually it's always the total, I guess, right? It's always the total. It doesn't really matter, I guess. But how do we do that? How do we make a nice screen for that? So that's, I mean, it could be one of them. Clicking on a competitor in the scoreboard shows a dialogue of completed challenges, name plus points. Okay, so past Tim apparently already had an idea of how to do that. I'm not sure if I want a dialogue to pop up whenever you click on a name. And what are the other ones that I added a created challenge? Why this feature? I just created a challenge, but after pressing submit, I noticed there was a typo and now there's no way of fixing it. I cannot delete the challenge, so it'll just take up space when selecting. Right. That's bad, okay. What did I have to do for that to make a challenge clickable from the challenges overview, which I don't think we have. Oh yes, we still have, okay. We already have an endpoint to update a challenge's name, etc. Interesting. But so then this doesn't fix the problem when I already have, I guess. Or does it? No, it should. Yeah, it should. Because do we have a competition that hasn't been started yet? Let's do new test competition or new competition. I don't know. Wait, I'll call it something that I've been obsessed with since last night, which is an awesome pinball machine. Let's do a couple of these, then we'll submit, then we have our competition, and then we can still add new challenges. Yeah, I don't know, there should be some goals in this thing as well. Oh, Wikipedia. There we go. All right, and then you'll get 5 points for that. So if I made a typo in here, or I wanted to change the points, that I can't do that right now. Okay, I can actually. Okay, so then, so that is already donesies. But so in this case, it would be, because I now just created this one, it should also be listed somewhere here. T from Tiger Saw, there we go. Oh, there's 2 of them. Ah yeah, wait, why is there 2 of them? One regular one and then one being listed. Okay, I understand. So in this overview, I'm actually listing all of the challenges. So both the ones that are not attached to a competition and the ones that are attached to a competition. And what happens if I create a new challenge to an existing competition? So if I go like this and I type something, then it'll actually create 2 challenges. One that'll be attached to this competition, and then a regular one, because that was like the initial flow that we had in mind. Like when you do create new competition, this choice you have here, I'm curious. Yeah, so it also lists. This is not good actually, because it'll list all of the types of challenges. We should fix that. So either we should fix this, or we should like get rid of some features, right? I mean, we need to decide. Okay, so that's something that we need to do, is we need to decide what features to keep, because now we've got multiple ways of creating a competition and then challenges with it. Or because we've got a way to do host again, which basically just copies a competition and its challenges. Oh, dang it. All right, so I think we should probably add like a cancel button there as well. There's still some polishing to be done. Because this successfully clone stuff, I mean, yeah, I guess it's fine. Because when you press submit, it's only then that this competition actually gets created. Plus it'll just complain as well because this name already exists. The other thing that it doesn't do properly is it doesn't list the selected challenges of a competition. So that's like the entire reason of the clone thing, or the host again. Feature. So I think we've got a bunch of cleaning up to do actually. Dang. Alright, maybe we need to do that first, because that'll determine whether or not this is still gonna be a valid thing. Did I write any? No. There's no issues for that either. No bugs. Nope. All right. Okay. Let's write some stuff. I guess it's a feature request to get rid of some features. Decide what the actual flow of creating a competition should be. All right. We now have multiple ways of creating a competition. You either start creating an entirely new competition, and I feel like I wrote something about this already. Yeah. Creating an entirely new competition and create challenges for that competition on the fly. Or you start from an already existing competition and select the host again. And select host again. But that doesn't even include the the challenges that were part of that competition. And I guess now we've got like this middle ground where, since when we're creating a competition, we can still select. Does it automatically select? I keep forgetting this. Let's try this. How many challenges? Okay, so this is manageable. We've got 4 of them. So if I do host again, and this one was part of it and it wasn't even selected, so none of these are selected, so that's a bad idea. I mean, it's not something that I can use. So, or you start from an already existing competition, but that doesn't even include the challenges that were part of that competition. Right now, we are in some kind, oh Jesus, kind of middle ground where you can still select the challenges from all challenges of all competitions, but it's kind of a useless feature, isn't it? The idea of that last feature is so you can get inspired by other competitions challenges. So maybe you don't want to do that. Maybe it should only end up as like a listing of like if you do create a new competition, and then it should be like, don't know what challenges to include, check other competitions or something like that. And then you get to select those. But that's already highly advanced. I mean, the purpose is to be running this for at the end of March 2020. And we know that we're gonna go on a snow case again, so the feature should be, well, the one that's most important is to host again, and then actually use the challenges of that competition, in fact. So that's gonna be like the biggest one. All right, Kotlin. Yo, Hank. Yes, we're gonna do some Kotlin soon, I promise. But first, just trying to wrap my head around what I actually want to do, so that the thing that I'm coding is actually useful. So let's decide. Since the app's main purpose is to be ready for Snowcase 2020, we'll go with the proper implementation of a host again, and immediately select all of the challenges of that competition you want to host again to be included in the newly aka hosted again competition. All right, and get rid of the challenge selection table. All right, so that's the idea. Front end, get or remove selection of challenge table. Do we need to do something in the backend? I don't think I need to do that. Yeah, I guess include challenges of the competition to host from. Oh yeah, Kotlin is a bit confusing with the nullable types like the question mark or a double exclamation point. I can try and explain. It's not that difficult at all. At least I don't think so. If you wait, maybe I should ask you, do you know Java already, and do you know the optional thing in Java? Because that'll help me explain it a little bit better. Now I'm just thinking if I need integration tests for this thing. Let's leave it like this, and then I'll decide later. I'll assign myself. I will also show that this is a bug, and then include it to this project. Submit. Right. And then this is the one that I'll be working on today, I think. There we go, bam. Ah, you don't know about optional. Okay. Well then, let me show you. I think if I go to some competition controller, there should be some stuff there. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, that's exactly right. So instead of null, you use a question mark in Kotlin or something. So if I read this, it basically says, try to find the competition using this identifier. And then if you find it, then transform that competition to do this. And then this block of code here, throwing a competition already exists exception using the competition ID that was used to find the competition. So this is so that I don't create a competition that already has an existing competition ID. So it's just to give a proper error message back to the UI. Now, this, if you read this, then it means, or it must mean that find by competition identifier returns an optional competition or something, an optional something. This is what the question mark in the type declaration signifies. So how you read this is that this function here takes in the argument of a competition ID, which is of type competition ID, and it will return a competition or maybe not. You know, that's what the question mark is all about. And in Java land, it's just signified by null. Now in Java, to signify something that might return something or might not, you'd typically use an optional type. So an optional can be typed with, and in our case, a competition, for example. And then on this optional type, so let's say there's maybe competition. And then let's just try and do that. So we'll do of something, or maybe just empty. Empty might be even better. So now we've got an optional type of maybe competition, and then what you should do, or usually do, is you try functions, or call methods on this instance, and then continue on with that. Like for example, you can check whether or not the optional is indeed empty. So empty is basically equal to competition is null. So that's how you could think about it. So this shouldn't be code. This is just like I don't know, pseudocode or something. And then another competition function is you could do if present, then do something. And this is the same as saying competition question mark dot let and then do something. And then the other thing you can do is maybe competition, so optional competition, if present or else, do something. And that is equal to doing like this, do something, and then the or else part you do by doing this. And then do something else, basically. So that's sort of like the comparison. And the fact that Kotlin uses null as its optional type comes in really handy because it allows you to interoperate with Java. And in Java, anything can be null. Now in Kotlin, if you write something like, So if you don't, let's say, better example, if this find by competition identifier would return a competition without the question mark, it will guarantee that the competition that is being returned is never null. So it's never not instantiated, let's say. So it's always going to return something. And this allows you to be very productive because you can, instead of just assume that it's not going to be null like you do in Java usually, because if this were Java, I would always have to go like in every time you enter any method, the first thing you need to do is this, or well, actually, if it is null, then return or something. So Kotlin doesn't force you to do this and just says, hey, if my type information tells you that it's not going to be null, then you just declare it in that type. If it can be null, then you also declare it in that type using the question mark. That's basically it. But if the method doesn't return something, wouldn't you just get a null pointer? So that's the thing with this question mark. This is basically saying, hang on, huh? So this is the same code. So I know since my find by competition identifier can return competition question mark, in Java you would handle it like this. If so, I would write this in Java like following: find by competition identifier. If it's not null, well, then throw competition blah blah blah, and then else do something else. And this basically is a shorthand for, well, the else in this case really is all of this crap. So that would be the code that you're reading right here. So it's just a shorthand to do both transformations and then getting something from it. So the other thing that's really cool about this is when you need to do some getters, Kotlin is going to complain. Like it'll say, hey, the type that this find by function is returning can be null, or is denoted with the question mark. So you can't just do dot something, like you can't just query anything because you would get a null pointer. So instead what you do is just you write a question mark in front of it. Again, same thing as doing if not is null, then do find by competition challenges. It's the exact same code as this, only just a lot less verbose, as you can see. And this is really cool because it doesn't make you write long-winded code, and it's actually a better type system. So it's a what do you call it? You just almost never get null pointers anymore, which is like the most horrible thing in Java anyway. Pretty awesome explanation. You're welcome. If you got any more questions, please feel free to ask them, and I'll try and answer them. But so yeah, and then that's what the question mark is for. And by the way, what we didn't handle yet is the double exclamation points. Do I do that somewhere? Maybe. Oh yeah, it should be in a Kotlin file. What the hell is the extension for a Kotlin file actually? Isn't it like .kt or something? Should be. Yeah, there we go. All right, apparently I used a double exclamation point here. Now let me think why that is. Okay, so apparently competition ID takes in a string or a name parameter as a string. So it doesn't say string question mark. So whatever you pass to competition ID should be guaranteed, not null. Now what I'm doing here is I just do MVC result dot response dot get header, and get header is something on a Java object, and it is nullable. So whatever that comes out of this could be null. So basically the type of get header is equal to string question mark. Now this is a scenario. Well, basically we're in the test part of our code or code base. And here I know for a fact, because of the runtime and because of how I set this stuff up, that I expect this thing not to be null. So basically what I'm saying is, okay, I know that according to Java, this get header here might not return a string and it might return null instead. But you know what? I don't care. Just make sure that it's a string. Now, if at runtime it would be null, then it will just explode with a null pointer exception. But that's okay for me because I'm in my tests, and then, I mean, either the test setup is broken or something in the production code is actually broken, and then I need to fix it anyway. But I don't want to have that happen at runtime. The other thing I could do is properly, like what you should do with this properly, is since this is a Java API, what you need to do to make sure that that it's not null is you basically write an actual if check around that, and then either return an optional or throw an exception. That's basically it. But so here I am just skipping all of that and saying that, yeah, you know what? If it is null, then it's fine because I'm in my test, and it's fine if it explodes. But I don't want that to happen in production, of course. So it allows you to deal with the fact that something might be null, and you accept the consequence of running into a null pointer exception at runtime. That's basically what the double exclamation point is there for. But so basically, don't use it in production code. That's my my advice. Right. Okay, so let's start with doing this, I guess. So then maybe, yeah, let's do the Kotlin part. We have our competition controller, which I think we now use to host. Dang it. Did I use clone? It's not even a function. That's not very good. Okay, let me turn down. Right. Okay. I'll need to look up again on how I did the host again feature, because I might. Maybe it's just a UI thing now that I think of it. So let's go to the competition view, detail view, detail. There should be a host again thing. Ah, here we go. So we end up to a new page that says host again. Navigate to create competition with an ID of this.competition that should serve as a clone. Very interesting. Oh. Okay, let me look up where this route is at then, because I think what's happening is that if I go to the host again thing, it'll just go to create competition. Okay. And it has a competition ID. Dang it. It's not been that long since I've been in this code. So if this competition ID has been filled in, then we're basically in the host again thing. Okay. Alright, so yeah, the only thing I need to do here is basically get the selected challenges filled in somehow. So I mean, I thought this was gonna be an actual feature that was in the backend, but it's not apparently. Okay, my bad. So I guess we won't be touching any Kotlin then. Alright, and then the other thing that I need to do in the view is to get rid of the challenges table. So let's go to some competition, and then I go host again. And then this is already pre-selected, but then this I don't need to show anymore. I mean, not like this, I guess. It's either that or I select... I actually select those challenges as well. What to do? What do I do? Because this will actually show all of the challenges of all the table. I mean, all of the competitions. So I don't want to do that anymore. Christ. Let's set it up like this. Great. What I want to do, let's see, is where do I show that challenge table? Okay, right here apparently. Okay, so I iterate over all of the challenges, and this is just like an object. So what I need to do, I guess, is instead of I fetch them all always. In any case, I mean, that's interesting. So I might need to do this, and then yeah, you know what? I think I'm just gonna go like this. So first just fetch all of the challenges, and then I'll deal with that optimization later. So what we'll do is we'll assign the challenges to the competition to host against challenges. Why is it not typed? Yo. That's weird, no? See, it knows that it has a name, but it doesn't even know that it has a name. Okay, let's see why that is. I guess I need to guess it or something. How do you do that again? As a competition. Oh, shit. And a competition doesn't have challenges. Is that correct? My actual competition, does it not have challenges? It has challenges. So, I mean, typing it doesn't matter either, so I guess I'll just go like this and have it be untyped, and then I'll know that it works, so this should be fine. Hey, see you later, Hank. You're welcome. Okay, so let's go into running this locally. F@, let's do a run serve, and then I'll also run, what is it again though? This one I might want to run it in debug. Yeah, let's do debug. All right. I think I've already set up my Docker container that hosts the Postgres database. Okay, so this is running. I only now realize that I completely forgot to eat lunch though. So I might need to take a little breaky break soonish and then eat something. Alright. So here we've got our locally hosted thing. We'll do this and then... Wait, what? Oh yeah, right. Okay, I'll need a smaller set of challenges for the Theater of Magic competition. Yes. We'll select just 3 of them. There we go. And then what we'll do is host again. And then we only have 3 of them. And then you can still select none of them. Yeah, because I got rid of the selected thing. Alright, so I'll need to fix that then. Okay. And I'll need to do this. And then I guess that'll be that. This rose per page, let's do that as well then I guess. Oh. This is a bunch of duplication that we need to fix as soon as possible, right? Aight. Let's not host that again. Now. Aha. Great. So I guess the other thing that I could do to get that working is to actually say expand with selected property with selected property true. Hang on. This is my Java instincts kicking in. Selected, which is a boolean, which is default false, and then I'll do selected, and then yeah, wait, I can't actually do that because why is that? Because this is a function reference and it'll just take in something, but now I'll need a higher order thing. So what I'll do here, so both of these calls need to happen. This I don't need, and then I'll return a function that takes in a challenge. Oh yeah, and then now of course since it's an object literal, I need to wrap this as well and actually say return. Alright, so there we go. And now we can say true. And then that should be fixed. Good God. Missing something. Oh yeah. Okay. Happy now? Guess not. Fine. All right. Move it back here. And then we'll do that one more time. And then now the copied challenges should be selected. If I click the right button, that is. Yay! And then you can just deselect stuff. This makes the most sense, I think. And then this is done. This should be done. Okay, so that's the feature implemented, I guess. The weird thing though is that it's still this thing. I guess it's fine, isn't it? I guess it's fine. It should be fine. It's fine. Let's commit this. Why did package lock change? All right, new feature, I guess. Let's not commit that in the same thing. What did we do? Host again. Only copies challenges from competition and selects them by default. And this is number 57. Okay, commit, and then we'll just add the package lock as well. Yeah, God knows why that shit changes. I don't think anyone is. Wait, so if I go like this, where? So to origin, I think origin is still set up to be. Yeah, okay. The software sandbox one. Good. I'll push this. And then I will eat something before I die. Yeah, I'll be right back.
shot or your version of Picasso?
Whew! Alright. I'm back. Back with a vengeance. No, back from eating food. And as a matter of fact, I still brought some more food. Mom. Right, so as you can see, lines 63, 64 are the same as these, with this difference, and the challenges to use. So what I think I'll do. Is put the, well, let's first extract this into challenges. I'm going to inline it anyway. Same here. Challenges. And then I can just extract both of these things, hopefully. Hopefully IntelliJ is smart enough. Yeah. Update challenges. Dang it, it's not. WTF? What's the problem? I know. They are challenges. Oh. There we go. And then I guess this is also going to get that optional selected, which is a boolean, which is false, and then I'll just pass in selected. And then I can basically also just, wait, let me inline this first. And then I'll go this dot update challenges with challenges and a true. And then we'll inline this. That's better. Yay. And then we can just rename this to challenges, I guess. That's already a lot better, right? Ooh. wonder why it's supposed to be asynchronous though. So I could use a wait in there. Yeah. The other thing I could do is now also put this into this host again. And then I shall say update properties or something, I don't know. And then call or extract this into is host again. And this really should be a property, right? Get host again. And then else, I'll do this. All right, and then we can move that down. Yay. All right, that should be fine. It should still work now. So that's why I don't like not having unit tests, because I just changed something. And the way I need to check for it is by checking this manually, which is not fast anymore. All right, cool. So this works. And then if I were to just create a new competition, nothing is selected and all of the challenges are present. There we go. That should be okay. I guess what I'll do is select this small refactoring, and then we'll push this as well. Now, what is going on? Oh, okay. Sausage. All right, I think we get to see what's next now. Yes, we did do, but remove selection. We didn't. I mean, because we can get away with how this works. Yeah, no, I think it's fine. And then integration tests necessary? No. We'll just go, oh, yeah, yikes. Oop. And then we fix this. Now, I also wanted to remove this challenge table. I mean, we haven't really solved all of the things in here, right? So getting inspired by another competition's challenges isn't really thought out well enough. Because, I mean, I guess if you know what competition you need to look for, then it is. Because then you can just start from that. But there's no way of selecting challenges from a competition that looks like the one you're using, that you want to create. Now, as I said, I think in the issue as well, is the main purpose is to be ready for Snowcase 2020. So what's gonna happen is we'll click on this, we'll do a host again, everything here will be selected, and then we'll just select a new date in 2020, March. I don't remember. I think it's like this. There we go. Submit. And then that's it. And then we'll just... Ooh, what we haven't done yet is a way to copy all of the competitors either. Do we want to do that though? Do we want to do that? I guess not. I mean, it's a bunch of different people going this year. Anyway. We can still add challenges, get a listing of all of them, and then edit them if necessary. I think what I'll do next is get rid of these things, challenges, and creating a new challenge because it's not being useful anymore. Oh. Cleaning up code, oh my lord. Let's get rid of some code. Well, this is the create challenge thing. Oh, hang on. That's the view though. Yeah, and creating a new challenge from a competition is done differently. So by the other thing I'm gonna get rid of is the complete challenges overview, which is also not useful, I think. That's a little bit different though, isn't it? Because wait, let's first get rid of the create challenge because I really don't need that anymore. Because now the only way to create challenges is to either use host, the host feature, host again, or create a competition and then just create your challenges. Now. It's still trying to be loaded in the main. The main one. Did I get rid of challenges? Oh shit, I already got rid of it. Yeah, the reason why I don't want to get rid of this right away is because it allows me to check for this. I mean, it's fine actually. I should just get rid of it. I mean, it needs to go. Bye. Then clear it out in this here. Oh, we also need to change our about thing, so get started now. Create a new competition. a new competition or start from an existing one. And then this should link to the overview. How do you wrap again? What's the wrap something? Wrap. Command Option J, surround with tags. Router link. That's it. And it should link to competitions. That's it. And start from an existing one. To then invite your friends. Remember to play nice. Okay. So that's a fix to the router, fix to the about page. Did we get rid of the overview? We haven't yet. So this should go as well. Nice. Oi. Okay. All right, no lint errors. And then we've got our about page that lists to create a new competition or an existing one where we can still add challenges and stuff. Nice. Now I would like to know which REST API endpoints that I'm not using anymore, but then again, it's okay if they're still there, I guess. All right, let's commit this stuff. Removed competitionless challenge view and creation. Oh. Okay, very important message. Okay, just doing some texting so we get organized for later. We just did some cleanup. So that now you no longer can just create a random challenge. We should probably remove this then as well. So in the create competition view, actually the refactoring we just did actually, classic, no longer needs to be done, because we're no longer going to be using it that way. This though remains true. So we are no longer adding challenges basically to that table. But then that also means that I need to include something like, if this thing is empty, then don't show it. So let's do a if challenges. I guess it's okay like this. I'm not sure because we initialized it with an empty, and then I forget if an empty array is falsy. Let's do console. It is falsy. Nice. All right, so it's still doing no data available though. We should get rid of this entire thing then. Where is that part? There we go. So we just create a new competition, which is another cool. Under the Jurassic Park pinball is also great. And then from here you can just add new challenges. This should be okay. What happens if you do host again from a competition that has no challenges? Okay. Stuff I expected. Great. Yeah, no, this is fine. Let's extract this into a property. Actually. That's gonna be a better idea because then even if I'm planning on using the host again property. So if host again is true, then it should always show the challenges thing. Let's see. We create a new competition. This is fine. Then we'll do a host again with an empty list of challenges. It should still show that this is no data available. That makes more sense because then it makes it more explicit that you're not copying over challenges from that competition. Plus also the chance that you're gonna host a competition that has no challenges is very slim. There we go. Okay, cool. So then we'll also finally add a cancel button to this page, I guess. Oh, what should that thing do though? Cancel. Cancel. Oh no, I'm gonna need like a group or something. So what should this do? Wait, first let's commit the thing that we already have, okay? What did we change here is just get rid of the update challenges for a new competition. No longer show challenges for new competition. Maybe I'll completely new. Alrighty. And then we'll add another button. It says cancel. Call it cancel. And then what should it do? So this cancel button should do, oh, it's already on, nice. It should go back to the about page? Back to competitions? I've got no idea. What if I go host again and then cancel? What do I expect to happen? I guess just go back to the about page, no? Maybe just redirect to the root. Then I can have like the default behavior kick in. Yeah. Private cancel. Let's do this dot router push. There we go. Let's do this. Let's go to a competition, host again, press cancel. Should be fine. All right. Added cancel button that redirects to root. Okay. Commit. I don't know why I updated. I'm the only one contributing. Let's push that stuff and then have a little drink. Drink. Oh. Yeah, no, I think this is it. That actually also means that there is no longer a need to get all of the challenges in general. There's no use for that REST API call anymore. But do I want to do something with that? I mean, it does provide weird information anyway, because you don't get the information that a challenge is linked to a competition. So should it really exist there? I don't think it should. So what we should do is go to challenge controller and then basically get rid of this one. Challenge detail. Yeah, maybe we need that one. The create challenge we're not gonna need either. Now update challenge though, that's something that we will need, I guess. You know what? Let's search for places where we use API challenge. And then maybe just do view files. Okay, so completing challenges, what does that do? It fetches the detail of a specific challenge. What? Oh yeah, okay. See, this is why I was confused. Refactor this to also include the competition ID to make it explicit that it's not just any challenge, but specifically the one belonging to this competition ID. Right. And which thing is this in the complete challenge? It's just to get some information out of it, but I don't know why though. Why? Oh, it's just because I use the ID. That's why it just works. Okay. So basically this requires me to get something like competition / challenge. And what does this thing do? Create and add new challenge. All right. That's just how this thing works now. I first just create a regular challenge using the regular API and then add it to my competition as a new challenge. But then this thing will actually also create a separate new challenge as well. So I mean, maybe I need to consolidate that information. It's in the editable challenges table though. So I guess I don't need to do this anymore, do I? Why would I need to do that? I don't even use the challenge.id. Oh. Oh. So I both create the challenge, then also update the ID, and then say add challenge to this competition thing. But I thought that in the competition / add challenges thing, I also actually create a challenge. Now I'm confused. Okay, what does this thing do? Update challenge. All right, so here, this is the only one that really makes sense, I think. So here we create a new challenge. So let's find out in our competition controller, where we have add challenges, the public one, yeah. Challenges to be added. Add challenges and save competition. See, I just create a new one here. This is weird, huh? So I mean, it's fine if I do this, because then I definitely won't use the same challenge to add. So then challenges will be different across multiple competitions. So I need to keep this code is what I'm saying, but there is no reason for me to have the challenge IDs of this thing filled in. Okay, so then that means I will be able to just create and add new. So I don't need to do this anymore. I can just do this, and it should still work. All right, another use case that I just have to manually test. Ugh, I really don't like this. This is not what I've been taught. Okay, so it's adding a new challenge. So if I go to Jurassic Park, which currently has 0 challenges, let's do the Jurassic Park pinball Wikipedia or something, I don't know. We should have some challenges. And there we go. Give it some points, and then if I press save, it should just create the single challenge called Raptor 2 Ball, add it, and then I was gonna go to the challenges overview and watch that there was only one of them there. So now I'll need to go to the database, D for database, and then refresh this one, I think, I hope. No? Yeah. Mm. Wait, what? See, there's only one of them. Okay. Yeah, nice. And then if I go back to the Jurassic Park 2 competition, it should be still there. Nice, yay. And then add some more. Save. There we go. Should still be just a single one. There we go. Great. Oh, and then if I start a new competition from this one called Jurassic Park 3, I'll do submit. Then I'll get rid of this thing again. And then do a save. And then go back to the Jurassic Park 2. Yeah, okay, cool. The add some more is still in there. And it's gone here. Cool. Yeah. So what did we do here is we no longer create a challenge. Create a separate challenge when creating from in a competition. There we go. All right. And then the way that we got to that place is by doing this. And I think we're no longer posting to API/challenge. So challenge controller, this one can go along with its tests, and then the all challenges as well, in fact. So we don't use that either. And then we'll need to clean up some tests as well. That is this one. This is get for specific ID, so just like the detail one. Same. Should a post, we don't do that anymore. Same. I think these were like our very first tests, in fact. Here's the put stuff that we do want to remain. Oh, and now I think we might be creating a new challenge. We can't do this anymore either because it posts to API/challenge. Delete anyway, and then we'll just fix that at some point by doing something else. Wait, hang on. Let's first see completes the range challenge. So for this to work, I only need, okay, I only need that, so I don't need to do this anymore, so this basically can go. And then challenges can get updated when a competition is not yet started. Oi. This interface won't work anymore. Okay, I guess let's just get rid of it anyway. So goodbye, delete anyway, and then create competition should be okay. Adding challenges is all based on competition, same. Here we do a put, so we need that to remain as well, and then the detail needs to be there as well. Okay, cool. So that's the only thing we need to fix. Then creating a new competition with a challenge, what does it actually do? So if it's not empty, it'll do add challenges, and then that will post to add challenge anyway. So I need to, so this interface can stay. It's just where it's being used, so this is fine. Now where else was it not compiling anymore? Because that's where it needs fixing. Alright, challenges should get copied. How do we test that though? Guess now we'll need 2 competitions, in fact. Because this use case on its own doesn't, well, it shouldn't exist anymore. Challenges can get updated when a competition is not yet started. Yeah, we don't need this here either. We don't really have a use case for the host again thing. When hosting a competition again. So we'll do this. Yeah, no, we'll do this indeed. And then so here we create a new competition, and then what we need to do is scenarios host again with the challenge. No, wait, with the competition. This should return a new competition, I guess. And I know we need to make this more explicit so that we can verify that this challenge to be created is different from the challenge that was cloned, I guess. Okay. Let's just write it out first. So we've got a competition that we've called our dummy competition. We created using a challenge to be created. And then what I want to do is I want to create, actually. Yeah, it's the only thing that I do in the host again thing is basically do this with competition and with challenge to be created. And then basically verify that they're not the same. So it's a bit silly. Because host again doesn't really exist in the REST API. It's not some domain concept. Maybe that's like the issue though. Maybe it should be. Yeah, I think it's really silly to do this. It all happens in the UI. Does it? Let's go to the create competition thing again. So there is, was it here? No, in the, yeah, it is here. If you do host again, then the only thing you'll do is you just take in new competition to host, copy the start and end date, and then update the selected challenges. This is now also always true, I think, even so I never call this again. So then I can just okay, let's just fix this real quick, because it no longer needs to do all of this crap anymore. So true can go, the selected property can go, this can just return to being a regular function, which then means that this will end up being true, and we'll use this. There we go. And then we'll commit this as part of just this thing. Refactored update challenges again. There we go. But so here we just copy the challenges, and then eventually when I do submit, then I'll post to competition controller. Post with a create competition, oh, which doesn't have any challenges. What does submit do? All right, so first it tries to create it, create the competition, and then call add challenges with the selected challenges. So basically what happens in my scenario here is is exactly this again, but then with this thing having an ID. And then yeah, I guess I could do this just like that. It looks exactly like this, except it has a different hang on. Hoop. Hosted again, competition. Dummy competition the second. Or it can have the same thing. Then this is the hosted again competition ID. And it should get the same challenge. Alright. And then if I do get competition of the hosted again competition ID and I find or retrieve all of the challenges, then this ID should not contain the challenge to be created ID. Oh, yeah, they do string. It's not a string. Because this just returns a competition. Then I say I only am interested in the IDs of the challenges. So that's this part here. And then I say I don't want my original challenges ID to be the same as this one. So will it even work though? So I know in this case that I only have one single competition, challenge. So maybe I should just get the explicit one. First. Original challenge ID, it's this one. And then what I think I'll do is this with hosted again competition ID. And then go is not equal to original challenge ID. That's it. I think this should be fine. It should be working still, in fact. So let's try that. Hopefully it still works. Yum. All right. Mm-hmm. Okie dokie. Let's run all of the tests and then commit, push, and then push it to production as well. Because I think this is the last cleanup action that I needed to complete that issue 57. Alright, that's great. Let's do it. Cleaned up unused challenge. API/challenge endpoints. And then fixes. Push it. And then we'll merge onto prod. Oh yeah, these are all of the GitHub Actions tryouts, I guess. Git merge master. Push it. Found 3 vulnerabilities. Oh wow, this is cool. One hour ago. I guess this should also be able to fix. I should be able to fix it with what's it called again? npm audit fix or something like that. And I think I still have this thing open here. Wait, before I do, I'm still on prod, so let's check out master first. Updated 2 packages. Oh, let's see which ones that he did. That's Lodash and Lodash defaults deep. Great. Fixed some vulnerability. Vulnerable dependencies. Vulnerable. You know what? IntelliJ doesn't say that. It's just when I get pushed. So one more moderate one. Which one is it? Mem. What the hell? Four 3.0. WTF? Is it a nested dependency? First battery. ways to do that, right? If I go dependencies of CLI highlight, yeah, okay. Okay, which dependency is this? Oh, it's just a core dependency of this thing. So maybe I wonder if I can just update it. So that should mean it's in my package thing as well. Huh? Or not. Then I don't understand. Oh, no, wait, it's code frame. Is it? No. It's the core thing. I don't understand why it's there though. Maybe I'll need to explicitly depend on it or something? I don't know actually. Was it upgrade?
Started thinking, man.
I don't remember.
Either they don't know, don't show, or don't care about what's going on in the hood.
Mm-hmm. No, it doesn't do anything. I guess I'll just do latest and then save dev. Okay. I just think it's weird that I have to define it explicitly in my own dev dependencies when somehow it ended up in package lock and I don't know how. Okay.
I want that shit to come back to haunt you. Turned on the TV this morning.
Actually.
Had this shit on about living in a violent world.
Gotta check if it still works. Because if it don't, well then it don't. Look at that green glow. Well, it's running though. I mean, let's just push it. Oh no, I was working on Pro this entire time. Oh. God damn it, I forget what the thing was again. If I commit from here, haha, then the message will still be there. And then we'll just push again. What? Filthy liar. All right. Okay, I think that's that. And then I think I'm even gonna stop the stream for now. Let me check when I can stream again because let's see. Next Saturday is good. That works for me, hopefully. Okay. So it's either then or the week after that Saturday. I seem to have been booking my Sundays. That sucks. All right. Oh, by the way, this is important information. Next Friday, so that's Friday the 13th, me and a colleague of mine, Tom Kormans, will be doing a StarCraft show match. Why? Well, because we haven't played StarCraft in a while, both of us, and we wanted to, you know, like see how good we still are, and what better way to do that than to do a friendly battle. Now, I'm not sure if it's going to be all that friendly because we are both very good at smack talk. So, I mean, that makes it even more entertaining usually. But if you're interested in tuning in to that show, I think I'll be hosting it on this stream even. Maybe not Friday itself, but we'll do one where we commentate one after the fact. So we'll do commentary on a replay of us playing those or that show match. So in any case, I hope you had a good time hanging out. I'm glad I started work again on this year project. I will update the amount of sessions that are still remaining after I ended the stream. But as always, thanks for hanging out and see you next time. Peace!